researcher claims that the average cost of men's athletic shoes is less than $80. A sample of 36 pairs of shoes has a mean of $75 and a population standard deviation of $19.2. Use the significance level of 0.1. Okay, so step number 1 says to do what? Everybody? State the null and the alternative hypothesis. Very good. So let's do it. So here the first sentence. A researcher claims that the average cost of men's athletic shoes is less than $80. Is this a statement of difference or non-difference? So is this the null or the alternative? So we can write mu then is less than 80. So our null, mu is equal to 80. Step number 2 is to do what? Survey says, everybody, compute the test statistic. Very good. So Z sub TS is equal to X bar. What is X bar? 75 minus 80 times the square root of n. N is what? 36 divided by what? Standard deviation, which is 19.2. Very good. So we can crunch this and we should come up with negative 1.56. Step number 3 is to do what? And all you have to do is reply back, sketch a picture. Okay? And knowing what that picture is going to entail. So let's draw a picture. So is this going to be an upper-tailed, lower-tailed, or a two-tailed test? Lower-tailed. So I can shade the lower-tailed region. So this area for the lower-tailed must be what? 0.1. So our alpha level is 0.1. So now we need to find the z-score at 0.1. So again, you can either A, look it up in the chart, or B, use the inverse norm command, and what value will you put in for that? Sorry? 0.1. So, all right, let's just answer my question so I don't get confused. So if we use the inverse norm command or we look up in the charts, what area are we going to enter into the command or look up in the table? 0.1. So when you do that, you should come back with negative 1.28. All right, so now we have to take a look and see where our test statistic falls. So the test statistic is negative 1.56, so that appears to fall over here. So does our test statistic fall into the rejection region or the non-rejection region? Rejection region. So step 4, we can come back and just say reject. That's the decision you're going to make. And then step 5, formalize your results. Well, I'm going to use the exact same sentence I used on the previous slide. So at alpha equals 0.1, the data indicates that the mean cost of men's athletic shoes is less than $80. I mean, all you're going to do is write a sentence based on what you have up here. So if we reject the null hypothesis, then that means we're accepting the alternative. And what is the alternative telling us? That the mean that the mean cost of the shoes is less than $80. So that's what you say. You just one sentence, but make sure you include the alpha level. So at alpha equals 0.1, the average cost of men's athletic shoes is less than $80. Or you could say at alpha equals 0.1, the data indicates, because that's really what's going on, the data indicates that the mean price of men's athletic shoes is less than $80.